would you be able to tell me if you like Star Trek or Babylon 5 better? Just like knee-jerk reaction, which show? If you had to take
Babylon 5.
Okay, one show to the desert island, you would take
Babylon
Babylon 5.
5.
Yeah?
Yeah.
See, desert island question changes it for me a little bit. Because...
Why? Because, like, Voyager has 7 seasons and Babylon 5 only has 4 good ones?
Yeah, because if I could take Star Trek, the entirety of Star Trek, I would have so much to occupy my time with, you know what I mean? But Babylon 5, unfortunately, I'm limited to, like, 5 movies and 5 seasons of television. And maybe I can take the comic books with me, too, possibly. That could be fun. I wonder if the genie would let me do this in this scenario, but... damn. Yeah, Star Trek would be cool because of the breadth or length of the series, but Babylon 5, man, it is better.
Yeah, I mean, like, okay, if I was stuck on an island and I was waiting it out, I would do the entirety of Star Trek because there's a lot more to watch, yes. Yeah, but if I could only watch one or the other for the rest of my life, Babylon 5, hands down, 9 times out of 9.
9 times out of 9.
I know, right? Nice subterfuge there.
Yeah, so... I don't know what is it about B5 though that makes it more rewatchable. I think like I've gone back to random episodes of B5 and I know which episodes I like to go to in B5 more so than I do about Star Trek. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I have to force myself to not read the episode descriptions when I'm browsing for an episode to watch. I'm like, I've seen that, or that's not that great. It's not that great. I'm like, no, just watch an episode. And mostly I'm always like, oh, it's a great episode. Or I remember that was so cool or whatever. I'm pleasantly surprised. Sometimes I'm like, ooh, hell no. But Babylon 5, I can generally just be like, okay, I want to watch Severed Dreams, man. I know what's going to happen. I want some laser battles, and I want epicness. Severed Dreams, baby. Do I want to watch the heroic outcome? Do I want to watch early Sheridan, like, come to terms of being captain? Yeah, well, I'll watch the Sheepdog episode, you know? Like, this is... I just know which ones I want to go to.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree with that. Like, for me... Like, Star Trek is really dope and brilliant and groundbreaking. You know, it allows Babylon 5 to exist because in the same way, like, you know, like Star Trek allows Star Wars to exist. You needed something to finally break through. I really like rewatching TOS for the most part. I mean, season 3 is obviously is the weak one, obviously, but seasons 1 and 2 have so many great episodes. That I love rewatching. That being said, though, Babylon 5's episodes and like the whole storyline hits it, like it has a gritty realism to it, and it's like built into the foundation of how we understand military roles and civilian government and all these like intricate, you know, like ways that like an actual government would become part of a multi like world system where like you would have like alliances, but not quite as strong as the Federation, you know, about the Babylon 5 advisory board and things like that in the League of Non-Aligned Worlds seems to be a more better representation than the Federation Article 5 NATO style charter.
Yeah, the Federation's sphere of influence, let's call it that, like that. And the fact that it all seems to be centered around Earth, and that there's, I mean, you don't really get a ton of insight, at least in, like, TOS or DS9 or Voyager, really, about any kind of internal struggle and strife within the Federation Council, really, do you? Not like in Babylon 5.
Yeah. Like, everyone seems a lot more, except for the episodes where, I mean, there is those type of things. But even then, they're still very muted, like... Actually, I don't know. There's actually, I can't really think of any real internal conflict right now.
Yeah, except for the weird one where they get taken over by those aliens and Riker and Picard end up shooting Commander Maddox and his head explodes. I love that visual.
Yeah,
that's some old school Star Trek right there. The exploding head.
Yeah, you always gotta love exploding heads. But no, yeah, okay, so like, yeah. Yeah, like the Federation always put on too much of a united front to make sense for a multi-world organization. Yeah, like the way Babylon 5 is set up in neutral territory, multiple investors, and the way the governments view each other. You know, there's aminosity, like
open hostility and war.
Open hostility. I can't say the word right now. Yeah. Like there's war between member nations and shit like that. It spills over into Babylon 5. each planet has a major ambassador there, so like everyone is represented, and like you get a better sense of alien cultures in Babylon 5 than you do in Star Trek to a certain degree. I mean, it's because like there's a lot more of a limited sample size in Babylon 5, obviously, which allows for more development into their societies, and they're not going from planet to planet. But the fact that there are less races out there and you get more of an insight into them makes it more of a real feeling. And also maybe just like slightly more like in the realm of reality, because I think Star Trek overpopulates the universe.
Just too many races.
Yeah, I think there just is.
And they all do look way too humanoid. I mean, just a couple ridges here and there. And I know we're bound by some of the laws of just like physics, and let's get they're all bipedal, all right? And
yeah, so like there's that. The space battles make a lot more sense in Babylon 5 than Star Trek. I mean, Star Trek, the fucking enemy, depending on which one you're talking about, the main ship is whizzing around like it's a single fighter, defying the laws of gravity and taking a like these ridiculous turns and everything else. Babylon 5 seems a lot more, I mean, like our breakdown does a good job, you know, capital ships engaging capital ships, small Furies, squadrons taking on squadrons, punching holes for the bigger ships, these type of maneuvers, outflanking taking a while.
Breaching pods.
Yeah, breaching pods. You have to physically land on an enemy's location.
The ability to be use a jump kite or create your own jump point is a tactical advantage.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about, like, and in this respect, you don't have to worry about the bullshit MacGuffin of transporters. You actually have to, like, it, because, I mean, it's because when you bring transporters into warfare, it really does kind of change the name of the game and makes battles a lot harder to fight. Because, you know, I mean, like the Klingon attack on DS9 when they're invading Cardassia, in threat to the Dominion, they transport a lot of Klingons on DS9, but not enough. You would just swarm the place to the point where
as soon as the shields were down, your entire goal, if you're going to take over a station like that, would just be pound the shield generators wherever they are, or however you take them down, and then just flood the zone. I mean, breaching wouldn't. Yeah, that's the thing that transporters are too OP'd, and if you're.
Well, that's a big help. Wonder what it says.
It says 24,000 miles to China. That's